and welcome to today's Speaky Card reading. Today's topic is what is it about you that you don't even notice but others admire, and for that, as usual, we have three piles. Pile number 1, pile number 2 and pile number 3. Guys, if you like my content, then please hit the like button, subscribe and share. Your each and every like and subscription matters so much to me. It keeps me motivated. Now let's get started. Hello, pile 1. Let's see what is it about you that you don't even notice but others really admire you for that. Okay, starting is with the candle. You will be shown the way. You know what? People feel that you are somebody who is like a candle to a lot of people. You know, you are a very kind, compassionate, helpful person. Somebody who has been like a candle showing the way to a lot of people. You have been very kind, compassionate in nature in general. That is something people really admire about you. And in need of help, assistance and guidance, you are like this guiding hand for a lot of people. I'm seeing you being the guiding hand, guiding light to a lot of people. You tend to reach out. You are one of those people who tend to always reach out to the have-nots of the society. You have always grown up trying to help the have-nots of the society, trying to bridge the gaps between haves and have-nots of the society. You always tend to shine and stand out in the crowd without even trying much, and people really admire the kindness and the empathy that you bring on table. Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. You are a person who actually, you tend to help those people because you yourself have been through unsettled times. So you are extremely meticulous and scrupulous when it comes to routine, when it comes to planning ahead. You are very good at planning meticulously. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Literally, I'm seeing a lot of you guys have had both material wealth increase at the same time, increase in spiritual growth. You guys have grown spiritually and materially. Your life has shown you the darker phases, but it's through your own meticulous, hardworking nature and meticulous planning methods. You are a very calm person who can handle difficult situations with a lot of plannings. You know how to navigate shark infested waters really well, and people really admire this. You are one of those people who people would call during an emergency situation. A lot of you could be firefighters, emergency nurses. You're very good at emergency when other people are literally scared, not knowing what to do. You are one of the go-to people. Gavel, involvement with the law. A lot of you could also be literally involved with the law, like being a lawyer, an advocate, a lawyer, a law enforcement officer of some sort. A police can be seen, and you guys are very law abiding, and you also are very justice driven. So you guys tend to stand up whenever you see any kind of discrimination. You have the guts to stand up and speak the truth. Yeah, people really admire you show the guts to speak the truth, and people really admire that. Cup, you should always accept valid criticism. This is what I can see, that you are somebody who has no problem accepting valid criticism. You are a very humble, in spite of reaching places in life, you are a very humble person. That is another thing. It's your humility which people really admire about you. Flagged, do not be tempted to lower your standards. People also admire that you are a person who has you have a sense of high standard. You do not believe in lowering your standards in order to make others happy. You are a very humble person, but having very high standards. You don't let others treat you like garbage. You know what you deserve, and you know how to get it from others. You know how to make others, you command respect. You know how to make others respect you. You don't demand it. You know how to make others respect you. Leg, stepping into a new experience. Clearly you are a person who is like, you are not afraid to experience new, better ways of life. A lot of you probably, like, you are very adventure seeking, thrill seeking. You are, you are not a risk averse person. Like a fool, you are not afraid to take risks in life. A lot of you probably gave up your job, or along with your day job, you guys started a side business or a side hustle, and you guys, like, initial years were a little bit of a slog, but you guys made it really big. Key, successful outcome to your problems. I'm seeing a lot of you guys are problem solvers. I'm seeing a lot of you went through difficult phases but came out of it successfully, and people admire. You have a very meticulous problem solving attitude towards you, which people really admire. Getting together with friends. You're a very good friend. You are literally like this dog. A dog is a friend in need. You are that friend whom people would reach out to when they are in real trouble. You are that friend whom people tend to depend on when they have got no one else by their side. They know if there's like one person whom they can reach out to, you are that person. All right, guys, up until now, if you like my content, guys, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Your support means the world to me, guys. So if you like my content, please support my channel. Thank you. Okay. Sun, happiness and well-being. All right, so clearly I'm seeing you guys are going through a happy period, a prosperous period. A lot of you probably restarted a side business or started a side business, and that is flourishing. That is something people really admire, that it's through your hard work, discipline. You are a very self-disciplined person, but at the same time, it's through your rigorous planning. You are a very meticulous, disciplined kind of a person, very scrupulous, meticulous. These are the words I can think of. And people really admire that. The way in which you made a success out of your new venture is something people really admire. Victory in some endeavor, absolutely. It was like a lot of you had a startup and you guys succeeded, and people are really appreciating that, admiring you for that. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. I'm seeing a lot of people are also gossiping, because you know what? Typically, it tells me that you guys are succeeding like no other. Nobody expected you to succeed this way. For you, life is more like a forest. Like, you get lost and then you find your own way back. A little bit of like a childlike enchantment, a little bit of fear, getting lost, finding a treasure trove. That is what a very mysterious place. For you, life is also full of mystery. Life is like a forest where you can get lost, also you can find yourself in the process. So that is the essence of life for you, and that is something that people admire. You are like that fool energy. You are a person who embraces the uncertainties. You are one of those people who would like embrace the uncertainty, the discomfort of life. A lot of you actually probably gave up your job and made the jump, and that is something that is now paying you off. Those times, those days, those people who used to tell you that, oh my goodness, what kind of a decision is this? But now those are the people who are coming to you for suggestions. The shaman. A lot of you are very spiritually blessed. So a lot of you probably also, it could be like you could be a coder, an economist. From there, you are always interested in spirituality, everything related to spirituality, meditation, astrology, tarot, and probably you made a complete jump into spiritual realms, and you started practicing something of this that maybe something like yoga and meditation, and you're doing way better. You started doing way better than your day job, and people are flabbergasted. Those people who are especially telling you not to do it are the ones who are flabbergasted. Eight of Cups. If your life feels stale, explore new scenery. That is the main theme of your life. You need to explore newer stuffs in life over and over and over. You literally believe that you only live once, and it's better to live it to the fullest. It's better to live it on your own terms. You are a firm believer of the fact that it's like you need to live your life on your own terms. Six of Pentacles. You are a very kind, compassionate, considerate kind of a person. Somebody who knows exactly what their worth is. Somebody who has a sense of like, you know what, I have been through this. I better try and reach out to these people who are now suffering. The Hierophant tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. Exactly. You're a very, a lot of you could be teachers, but a very out of the box kind of a teacher. Somebody who would probably take their students on field trips and field jobs and field trips more than being bound within the classroom. You are known, maybe you teach, I'm saying just in geography, you take people out in the open and try to teach them regarding geography and geographical features out in the open, out in the nature. Maybe you'll take them out to a national park, to like anything. If you have a nearby hillock, you would take them to there. If you had a plateau, you would take your students to that place, because you feel that you can have your best kind of education when you are in the middle of nature, when you're doing it like a practical. You are not somebody who would follow the textbook method. Queen of Swords. Don't you dare lower your voice for anyone else. You are a person who does not believe in dimming their light in order to make others happy. Clearly, you are one of those people. A Queen of Swords is a perfect person who can see right through people's facade. People, those manipulators, they have no place in your life. You have seen a lot of ups and downs, and you have realized how difficult life can be. You are a very good mentor figure for a lot of people, but at the same time, you are one of those people who manipulators don't try to mess with at all. Six of Pentacles. Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. You know what? You are a firm believer. The more you give, the more you get. Literally, the more you give, the more you receive. This is exactly what you believe in. Like, this is the thing that I'm seeing, like, you believe in and people really admire, because you live by this attitude. You live by the mantra. You live by the mantra of giving back to the society, giving back to the have-nots. If you have 10 rupee, I'm just giving an example. If you have 10 bucks, you give away at least 4 to 5 of those and keep the rest for yourself. Two of Pentacles. When life gets chaotic, find a way to get grounded and balanced. You are an extremely grounded and balanced somebody, who is a very organized person. For you, life is extremely compartmentalized, extremely organized. You can do 10 things in one day and not get confused at all. That is something that I can see in you, and people really admire your grounded, balanced approach towards life. Page of Pentacles. When life give you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. Literally, you are a believer of turning your adversities into opportunities. I mean, I need not explain this part, right? And people really, really, really appreciate it. Like, you are a person who is great at turning your adversities. When there is a big tornado, you build a windmill instead of a wall. You are that kind of a person who would make, like, you would make a profit out of nowhere. You can make a profit. A lot of you could be related to the stock markets and crypto, and you also made profits when the stocks were falling, when the markets crash. Even then you make profit. You are one of those people. The cozy witch, sorry, take a chance. For each morning is a new beginning. Literally, for you, each and every day is a new beginning to your life. You are one of those people who believes in living every moment of your life. You're one of those people who celebrates every apparently trivial milestones in your life. You are one of those people. You make life very worth living. That's what people feel about you. That's what people admire in you. We tend to take the breath that we tend to take it for granted, right? But not you, my dear pile number one. That is something that makes you very special and admirable. Queen of Cups, honoring your emotions is one of the highest form of self-care. You are a person whose sense of self-respect and self-dignity, you never ever, you are very good at manipulating, at handling the manipulators. You are very good at honoring your own emotions. You are somebody who have learned to prioritize their own selves, because you've realized that if you do not prioritize your own self, no one else is gonna do it for you. No one else does it. You have to take care of yourself, and that is also very admirable. It shows how much you respect your own self. Strength, it takes great strength to be soft. Yes, you are a very soft, kind-hearted person, but you do not let others dictate you and walk all over you. There is a difference, right? And you realize that you are a soft person, but you are strong as well. You are very soft, very kind-hearted, but you are strong as well. Ace of Wands, don't you see how your passion makes you glow? Yes, people also admire you, how passionate, how driven you are for your work. Regarding your work, regarding your life in general, you are like, you believe literally in living every moment of your life, and that makes you glow. That makes others admire you even more. Knight of Cups, romanticize the present moment every chance you get. Literally, you are one of those people who believes in romanticizing the life that we have. Literally, you celebrate. You believe in celebrating every small moments. Like, even if you're sitting on the beach, on the sand, you believe in celebrating that as well. Like, you are doing absolutely very trivial stuff, but you celebrate. You cook yourself a nice pot of meal, and maybe there is a soothing music in the background that you play. You listen to some music, you read a book, you soak up in a warm bath. That, like, you're celebrating each and every moment of your life. That is something that I can see. Emperor, being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. Literally, I'm saying that you have been the authority of your own life. And you are, the emperor is somebody who has reached a position of stature and power. But that stature, status and power that you have reached came at a lot of cost. You had to sacrifice a lot. You had to become way more responsible. As I say, the person who comes first in the class, they are usually way more responsible. They are very mature. You had to also mature a lot in life. You will never get anywhere if you keep standing still. You have made a lot of progress in your life. You are one of those people who believes in progressing, not going backwards, but going only ahead. There is only one way, and that is going ahead, going forward in life. You are a firm believer of that. And what I'm seeing is you also practice this in yourself. you're also a very stable person. I'm seeing a lot of those people around you. If you are single, they would love to have a romantic or otherwise partnership with you. If it's possible, then only it's not applicable in the same way for everybody, but a lot of people would love to be your partner romantically. Some business partners, but mostly romantic partners. That is something I can see. Four of Wands, family is whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable being you. You are somebody, you know what I'm seeing, you are somebody who is very good at making people feel very safe and comfortable. It's your empathy and compassion speaking. I'm getting it. And people admire how warm you are. You tend to make a lot of people, even if they are not your blood family, you make them feel very wanted, needed, and as if you are their family, especially during the times of need. That's what I'm seeing. You give that shelter to a lot of people who didn't have that, who does not have that, who are going through difficult phases. That is why people admire and respect you. Clearly, the Empress card, you embody the energy of an empress, an emperor and the empress from two different decks. You embody a lot of kings and queens, are very strong, confident, determined, powerful, stable. These are the energies that you exude, and people really respect you for that. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. A lot of you have been through a difficult phase, especially growing up. A lot of you had to grow up in a toxic environment, but you don't carry the baggage of your past like most people do. You have learned to let go of anything that were not serving you anymore. You have learned to let that go, and that has emancipated you in the process. And people, letting go takes a lot of courage, a lot of maturity, and that's why people respect you so much, admire you so much. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Literally, people also admire how resourceful you are. You can survive from people's perspective, this is a person who can survive one of the toughest situations. Given how resourceful this person is. That's how you are being seen. Be brave and honest. You are a very brave and honest person. Connect with your emotions. You are somebody who is like this water guardian, who is deeply connected. Your mind, body, spirit, everything is in one line. Mind, body, spirit. Everything is in one line, and you are very deeply connected with your own soul. And you can actually, what I'm saying is, people also tend to connect with you really well. That is what I'm seeing. People tend to connect with you really well at a soul level. Meditate and contemplate Pisces new moon. A lot of you could be Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. What I'm seeing is you tend to spend a lot of time in meditation and quiet contemplation, because for you, meditation is something, it's the way of life for a lot of you. A lot of you could have actually restarted a side hustle with like meditation and yoga, and you're doing pretty well. That's something that I'm hearing for some of you. Homework, take yourself out on a date. I'm seeing a lot of you typically tend to take yourself out on a date. You are somebody who is not afraid to be single, who is not afraid to be in a position where you are single, and you could be out on a date and be on your own and not be bothered. Spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. You are somebody who is not afraid to sing in their own, you are somebody who you are not afraid to sing in your, you dance to the tunes of your own bits, not afraid to sing in your own language. You cannot be controlled by others. You are a person who is very self-dependent. You are a very independent, self-reliant kind of a person. That's what I'm getting. And people really, you are so authentic as an individual that people admire you even more for that. Expectations, don't seek anyone's approval. You are a person who is not here to make others happy. You are here, you don't really care if others are happy or unhappy. You don't really care. All you care about is your own self, and that's that. Alright guys, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes guys, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Guys, your support and comments and likes, it makes a whole lot of a difference to me. So if you like my content, please support my channel. Thank you. Namaste. Hello, pile 2. Let's see what is it about you that you don't even notice but others really admire. Right off the bat, I'm seeing you come across as somebody who is very powerful, who gives off the sense of strength, pretty intoxicating, very unforgettable. These are right off the bat. You tend to intimidate a lot of people. You tend to come from a position of power and authority straight right off the bat. You are being very highly thought of, boo. Literally, people admire you. They think of you in a very admirable way. They think your qualities are very admirable. Door opportunities are waiting for you. Literally, I'm saying you are somebody who does not wait for opportunities. Opportunities tend to wait for you. Literally, you make your opportunities if the doors close. I'm getting very intimidating, standoffish kind of attitude from you. Like, people admire how mysterious. A lot of you give off a very witchy energy, very witchy, unforgettable kind of energy. Crown, yeah. The crown shows the king and the queen. You have a position of power in the society. Honor and respect will come to you. Literally, I'm saying you are coming from a position of power, honor, respect. People honor you. People respect your opinions nonetheless. Money will be coming to you. Coins. A lot of you are actually self-made rich people. You are rich. You have met the money, but you have not inherited it. You have made it with your own hard work. I'm seeing a lot of people. You're successful. Yeah, money, success, position. A lot of you, basically what I'm seeing is you tend to intimidate a lot of people. Like, people might not approach you. They just stare at you. They do not want to. You give off the vibes of somebody like people wouldn't want to be in their bad books, if that makes sense. Like, you are somebody who might not be very affable at first. Like, more people get to know you. Maybe a lot of people have said that initially, I didn't want to talk to you. I was so intimidated, so scared. You came across as really standoffish, very stoic also. But the thing is, more I get to know you, more I'm impressed by you. That's what people probably would say. Eagle, triumph over trials and obstacles. People realize that you also have faced a lot of obstacles. You have the power to take the bull by its horns. You are not intimidated by all the difficulties that life throws at you. You handle the difficulties that life throws at you like a boss. You have that power. You have that courage, that confidence with this crown. You also, okay guys, first of all, if you were like attracted to the first pile, you could go check it out, because you are also giving off a lot of very king and queen kind of vibes. Very strong, powerful, tough, confident, something like somebody who commands a lot of respect, somebody whose life it's as if you have got your life together. You have been there, done that already. Changes in your life, yeah, you have been through a lot of trials and tribulations, and you have faced your trials and tribulations with like a lot of aplomb. Time to act. You're very action oriented. A lot of you could be Scorpios, Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, I'm seeing that you people admire your, you are a Karam Yogi. You are a person who is very diligent about their work. That is something people very admire about you. You are a workaholic. You can get up in the morning, start working, and keep on working till you go to bed, and not like 7 days a week. You could be doing it for 6 months, 1 year, for 2, 3 years, 4 years, and not complain at all. And you also have that physical and emotional strength to carry on, just like, or if you all you had was to work and finish your targets and get paid for it, you'll be happily doing that. You have that kind of a mindset. You're very driven. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. You guys, literally, you have your life together. That's the mindset. That is the idea. You are a very bold person. You have a boldness. Whenever you enter the room, you have that boldness about you of making, like, you make yourself seen very easily. People automatically notice you. You are extremely noticeable. That's what I'm saying. There's something very bold about you. Like, people want to be your friends, your allies, because they feel that if they are around you, if they are with you, they will be protected. That is something that I can see in a lot of people. Also, persevere and you would overcome the problem. You are like a camel who has a lot of resource and a lot of perseverance. Remember, a camel can go for days, if not weeks, in a desert without water, and then can drink 4 gallons of water all at once. So the camel, and with its hump, that's the speciality. You are somebody who can withstand, who can not just survive, you can strive in very trying conditions. All right, guys, up until now, if you like my content, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe and share. Guys, your support means the world to me. So if you like my content at all, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, join, because your support would mean so much to me. And if you hit the like button, then it gives the indication to the algorithm that this is something that is useful. Shield, you need to defend yourself. You are somebody who, a lot of you could be lawyers, and from the police officers to advocates, somebody who knows martial arts. Also, I'm seeing people admire the fact that you know how to defend yourself. You are very self-reliant. You know how to save yourself in the times of danger. You are not a damsel in distress waiting to be rescued. You are somebody who is very self-sufficient, very self-reliant, and people very, very much, like, people tend to come to you for relying on you. You are that shoulder to cry on for a lot of people. You do not need others, for sure. Also, what I'm seeing is a lot of people, our forces are working against you. You have a lot of enemies. You have a lot of people talking nonsense behind your back, and that happens when you are gaining a lot of traction. You know what, I'm also getting that you tend to get a lot of attention. You create a lot of turmoil and emotions in people which they had never experienced earlier. What I'm seeing is a lot of you could be heartbreaker. You tend to you tend to evoke a lot of obsessive energy. There is something very royal and regal about you, and people really admire that. People want to be associated with you. I'm seeing there's something very enigmatic and magnetic about your persona, and people want to be with you. People want to be associated with you. Temporary problems. Yeah, you guys have faced a lot of problems, but nothing could stop you guys from achieving the goals of your life. That is something that makes you extra special, that makes you being admired by everybody. Mountain Road, you are on the road to success. Literally, you have been through a lot of ups and downs in life to reach wherever you have today. You have been through a lot of mountainous roads to reach wherever you have today. bowl, plenty of material things. You know what, people also, what you do not like, you like, people assume that you come from a place of abundance, you come from a very rich family. You might or might not, but that's the vibe you give off, and people want to be associated with the power, the potential that you bring on table. That is another thing for sure. Okay, the father card. You know, you tend to embody a lot of masculine energy. There is a lot of masculine energy, a go-getter, a proactive, productive person. You are not a procrastinator. You don't, yeah, you probably feel like being defeated at times, like most of us do, but you're not one of those who would cry, creep, and complain about the problems in life. You believe in facing your problems. You are the warrior. You are the combative type. Somebody who has no problems, like, you know, facing their problems head on. You are one of those people who face their problems head on and try to get out of it on the other side as a winner. If that makes sense, I hope it does. Ace of Swords, look at you. You are bursting with sparkly new ideas. Literally, you are somebody who has a lot of new ideas about them. Also, I'm seeing a lot of Aquarius, and people really admire it. You have a very a vivid imagination, a very fertile mind, and people really admire that. Six of Wands, you are kind of a big deal, so start acting like it. I'm saying, people give you a lot of importance which you do not give it to yourself. Yeah, basically people admire you a lot more, and you just wonder why are they doing all of this, because you don't even realize how precious you are. You have turned the wheels of destiny in your favor. You guys have literally turned the wheels of destiny in your favor with your own efforts, with your own hard work. And people really appreciate that this is a person who has turned the wheels into wheels of fortune. Four of Swords, why aren't you resting? Literally, a lot of people admire how big a workaholic you are. You can relentlessly work. But what I'm seeing is a lot of well-meaning people will tell you to take some rest. Because you know what? If you rest, that also gets counted in work, because you are resetting your batteries. You will be able to, your brain will be able to, even your body will be able to work a lot better if you take your rests timely. If you take the rest as well, learn the patient witch, learn to get comfortable with sitting still whenever necessary. You are one of those people who is also very, very patient in life. You are a person who is extremely patient, very diligent. Somebody, if you put your mind to something, you have the patience and perseverance to follow through. And that is something people admire. A lot of you could be researchers and PhDs and doctors who, this kind of professions, they take a lot of perseverance, loads of patience. Fool, you are somebody who literally, I'm seeing you are one of those people who is not afraid to take the risk. You are one of those people who is not afraid to make the jump, take that leap of faith in life. You are one of those people who does not have that you are not scared to fall. You are not scared to take that extra jump in life. That you know what, you are one of those people who is known to be a risk taker. A lot of you are also you don't care about the social notions and what others would say. If I take this decision, what others would do. You do your own thing. You do what your soul tells you to do. A lot of you could also be adventure sports lovers as well. Knight of Pentacles, slowly but surely you're going places. People admire that you guys are literally moving towards your goal. Slowly but surely you guys are moving ahead towards your goal. You have that patience and perseverance about you. You do not give up on your goals easily. Queen of Pentacles, there is no need to sacrifice. You can have it all. You know, you have this mindset about you. You know what? I could have my apple and eat it too. Like literally, I hope that's the right expression, right? You know, you have that kind of a mindset that I could be a very good, maybe a tattoo artist, just giving an example, a good tattoo artist, at the same time, a very good coder, a good doctor, at the same time, a very good dancer. Just very unrelated situations, but they can actually gel well. Since I love to dance, but at the same time I'm a doctor, that doesn't mean that I'll have to give up on dancing. So that kind of a mindset I can see in you, and that is something like being able to nurture both sides of your persona is something very few people can do. Spilled tea isn't the end of the world. Literally, I'm seeing you refuse to give up on life easily. Even when you feel this way, you know, totally drained, like feeling defeated, there are moments in life, there are days when you just want to give up. You feel totally defeated. But you are very good at talking yourself out of that dungeon. You are very good at prep talking yourself into like getting back on track. Broom, tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. Literally, I'm seeing you are one of those people who literally believes in, like, you guys have gotten rid of a lot of toxic people, toxic situation, toxic habits. I'm seeing a lot of you had toxic friends who gave you some real bad addictive habits, and you had to get rid of both because you realized that none of them were serving your higher purpose. So you had grown out of it, and you were trying to level up, but those people, they wanted to stay there. It's not their problem. It's not your problem as well, but your life is your problem, right? If you want to level up and they aren't, you will have to move on with your life, right? There is no other way. Three of Wands, put yourself out there and you will be rewarded one way or the other. You are somebody who has managed, literally I'm seeing a lot of you being social media content creator directly, or maybe ghostwriters, content writers, that kind of a thing. What I'm saying is you are a person who has been rewarded for everything that you make, everything that you do. You have been rewarded for one thing or the other. You're putting yourself out there, you're doing the thing that you're meant to do, and that is something that is rewarding you big time. The Magician, you have everything you need to do anything you want. You know what? You have fantastic manifestation power. The Magician, remember, has all the 4 elements of nature, and you have, like, if you put your mind to something, you just manage to manifest it. You are the alchemist of your own life. That's why people admire you, because this is a person who has fantastic manifestation power. So that is another reason why people admire you so much. Okay, 4 of Pentacles, treat yourself to something shiny every now and then. You are somebody who also practices self-love a lot, like treating yourself to something, like you believe in literally celebrating every small milestone. You believe in celebrating yourself. You believe in celebrating the life that you have. Like there are like people like me, we usually tend to, I'm guilty of it for sure. Like, you know, if you meet the milestone, you're like, oh my God, what's the next one? I'm one of those people who can just sit and rest. But you, my dear pile number 1, you know how to enjoy the success that you have already. It's like so hard-earned success, and you are enjoying it before you move on to the next goal. You are one of those people, and that is something people really admire. Wow, what an abundant opportunity. Literally, I'm seeing a lot of you being really abundant, and people admire that this is something that you have acquired on your own. You've turned the wheels of destiny in your favor with your own hard work and determination, and people are admiring that about you. Make a stand for what you believe in, and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. You are a person who has this strong backbone for saying the rightmost things, like even if you know that it will probably attract a lot of trolling, a lot of it will be against a lot of popular opinion, but you still say it because that's the right thing to do, and you have the guts to speak up. Not many people have the guts to speak the truth, but you, my dear pile number 2, have the guts and the backbone to speak up, and people really admire. Walk through your fears, Scorpio. Scorpio energy, the enigmatic, attractive energy about you, a lot of it could be Scorpio or a very strong Pluto energy. What I'm seeing is you guys are people who have faced their fears head on, and you are no longer, once you face your fear, you are no longer scared. That is something. Be devoted and committed. You are like this saint. You are like this sage. Somebody who is extremely devoted, disciplined, committed, focused towards their work, who knows that it's through this hard work, patience and discipline that they can reach their goals in life. Your hard work is paying off. Literally what I'm seeing is you guys have worked very hard. Capricorn can be significant. Yeah, Capricorn is significant for a lot of you. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Aries, yeah, Scorpio. People realize, people admire how hard you have worked and how hard you now even work. People really admire and respect you for that. All right. Stand up for yourself. You are somebody who has the guts to stand up and speak up. Whenever you feel that you are being discriminated against, whenever you feel that this is something that is not right that is happening, you guys tend to stand up and speak out. That is something that makes you stand out in the crowd. That is something which makes a lot of people respect you even more. Lighthouse, do not doubt your worth. I am always enough. No, you do not doubt your worth. You know what you bring on table. There was a time when you did doubt yourself and you paid the price. Today, you do not believe in selling yourself short at all. You know exactly what you bring on table, and you know what that thing has what your own worth is. And that is something, like somebody who is so self-assured, somebody who knows what they are bringing on table, is something that makes other people admire you even more. All right guys, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes guys, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste. Hello, pile 3. Let's see what is it about you that you don't even notice but others admire. Clearly, the first one is right off the bat, the caterpillar. You know what? Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. I'm seeing with the caterpillar, it is a wave of change. Complete wave of change that is happening in your case. You are somebody who has been through a lot of ups and downs in life, but nothing could stop you from being the best possible version of yourself. Wreath, sorrow over a loss. Literally, I'm seeing, typically I'm getting a lot of you have been through some major, disappointment, sorrow over loss, over you lost relationships and friendships and people whom you thought would stand by you, but they actually showed you their true color when you needed them the most. You literally felt, you have been through phases where you felt the rug is literally being pulled from beneath your feet. That kind of a scenario you guys faced, but you guys came out on the other side as a winner. that is something for you. Probably that was just the survival instincts, but for others, people really respect you for that. The career, you are a person who has literally put yourself through a lot of nonsense. You had to go through a lot of other people's nonsense, not nonsense, just like other people's nonsense, and that affected your career because you couldn't make your own decisions, or other people, I'm seeing in a lot of way, sabotaged your career, and you had to face the losses. But at last, even after going through all that, you guys didn't succumb, you didn't give in, you guys faced it and pulled yourself out of that scenario. Lily, spiritual love. You know what I'm saying is, a lot of us, when we face those difficult circumstances, what happens is, a lot of us, including myself, we tend to lean towards spirituality. A lot of you did that. A lot of you actually lean towards the universe, the universal love, the spiritual love. And okay, this thing is coming out, it's falling, it's so eager to be read. Torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness and understanding. You are a person who has a lot of spiritual development. You are a person who has a lot of spiritual enlightenment, awareness and understanding. You are a person who is genuinely spiritual. Genuinely, you are spiritual, and like a lot of you could also be religious, the 9th house involvement, Sagittarian involvement, but I'm getting mostly the Piscean involvement, very spiritual. And like I'm seeing a lot of you literally leaned towards, Reiki healing, crystal healing, Tantra, then, Kundalini, those kind of things. Why? Because for you, you face so much of sorrow in the material life that this was your only escape route. And some of you also, I'm seeing, lean into a lot of reading, a lot of like, you come across as somebody who is very absent-minded, who is very lost and absorbed in a different world. People just wonder what is going on in that head of yours. People really admire. A lot of you could also be Aquarius, the absent-minded genius. Very eccentric ideas, very out-of-the-box ideas tend to come out of that absent-minded head of yours. That is something people really admire. It's through your abstract thinking and also through your spirituality, law of attraction, psychic healing. These are the things that give you the strength during your tougher phases. Nest. An emotionally secure and loving family is important to you. I'm seeing you being a person who is very emotionally secure, who is very emotionally strong, secure, very how shall I put it? You're very emotionally in a safe zone. 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. You are somebody who is like people really admire today because you have been able to pull yourself out of that deep dark pit that others' treachery had pushed you into. And now that you are like moderately, you might tell me that, you know what, I need to go a long way. I haven't been able to achieve anything that I had on my wish list. I get it. But the things that you've been able to achieve already are also beyond a lot of people's imagination. Trust you me on that. Trust you me. You guys have come a long way in life in general. And work, achievement, success. Clearly, I'm seeing you are being seen as this ant. You know what? Ants are like bees. These people are relentless workers. Relentless workhorse. You are being seen as that. And people, excuse me, people really admire that about you, that this person didn't have the success being handed down. We all, most of us coming from a working class, service class families, we tend to relate to those people who are self-made, where nothing was handed down to them, but they created those things for themselves. You achieved, you succeeded only because you worked that hard in life. Vase, secret admirer. A lot of people admire you. I'm saying even romantically, a lot of them would be interested. A lot of those people would be romantically interested in you as well. Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. I'm seeing a lot of you being extremely, like, you know what? You have been through a lot of troubles and tribulations and treachery. What I'm seeing is you guys have been really resourceful, extremely shrewd. It has taught you, your life has taught you to be very shrewd, extremely resourceful, especially in business, very shrewd and very, very resourceful. And that has helped you further flourish in your life. Peacock, beware of great pride. All right, I'm seeing a lot of people also perceive you as somebody, you know, you guys tend to stand out without even trying. In the crowd, you tend to stand out very easily, and people perceive at times that, you know what, this person could be a little bit proud until they approach you, they get to know you, that how humble you are. In spite of becoming this successful, how humble, humility is a part of your daily daily, it's very common to you. That is something people only realize after they get to know you and they admire you even more. Like on the surface, you come across maybe to some people as somebody who would be proud because of your achievement, because of the way you look and the way in which you stand out. All right, guys, up until now, if you like my content, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe and share. Guys, if you like my content, please hit the like button, comment, because that gives the algorithm the idea that this is a useful content. Your support means the world to me. So please, if you like my content, please support my channel. Thank you. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. You are somebody who is on a money path. You are somebody who is you are literally, you are somebody who has found money from unexpected sources. A lot of you literally felt like magically and miraculously you found a business opportunity. Probably you were talking to somebody, one thing led to the other, and you had a business opportunity, and that gave you a lot of money, which helped you probably invest in something, and that helped you grow your business even further. So that kind of a scenario, that you guys grew your money because, like, all of a sudden, just in a miraculous way, and people really admire. You know, you guys are very good at manifesting. If you intend something, you guys manifest. The maiden, typically you come across as somebody who is very innocent, somebody who is totally untainted, innocent, somebody who isn't complicated at all. Yes, all right. Now, Six of Cups, give yourself the compassion you were never given. Literally, I'm seeing you are a person who is extremely compassionate. You have learned to treat yourself, to treat your own self with the compassion and empathy that you felt that you never received earlier. And that is something that a lot of people, treating yourself with respect, that gives off the vibes of, like, literally, we cannot, the moment we treat ourselves with respect, we give off the vibes that this is the standard we deserve. Nothing else will be accepted, and people also follow through. It's okay to cry. I'm saying you give off the vibe of somebody who is very empathetic, somebody who is very compassionate, somebody who breaks down, who is like a normal human being. You are not a superhuman being. You do not come across as a superhuman being. You are somebody who has been through a lot of trouble, but even now you have been able to retain your humane qualities, which makes you a human. Nine of Cups, live in a constant state of gratitude. You are a person who genuinely lives in a constant state of gratitude, because for you, how far you have come, it is already a miracle. For a lot of you, you guys probably even publicly acknowledge that you guys have survived so much, which you like at times you literally felt that probably I'll not be able to make it. You felt that hopeless, but from there you guys, like, you are not sure whether, like, where the money will come from for the next day, that kind of scenario, to this it has been a long way. Taking time for deep reflection is essential. You are extremely self-reflective, very compassionate, very self-reflective, very deep as an individual, very deep, thoughtful as an individual, and that people admire it. This is a very, you come across as a person who is cut out of a completely different cloth than the normal ordinary ones that people tend to come across. We, Nine of Swords, we all get a bit carried away with our worries sometimes. Literally, I'm seeing you have been through so much of sorrow at one point that even now it keeps you awake at night. At times you get nightmares, you get those haunted feelings, they tend to still haunt you. Eight of Swords, stop overthinking it and just do it. You are somebody who does not overthink. You are somebody who has been a procrastinator, who has been a person who suffered from imposter syndrome. Just because somebody told you you can't do it, you would stop doing it. But now you have become a doer. Instead of listening to others, you have started implementing your own ways. You have started doing your own things. Knight of Wands, sometimes you have to be willing to bend the rules a little. Literally, I'm saying a lot of you are a believer that when things are not happening the straight way, you need to bend your rules, you need to bend your finger a little bit. You know what that means is you are a very out of the box thinker. You are somebody who can come up with those very creative and out of the box kind of ideas which can help, which has helped you in your financial career. Especially you guys, a lot of you could be succeeding in life, you doing something which most people in conventional jobs will not even imagine doing. I'm seeing for a lot of you, you started off maybe as a ghostwriter. I'm just saying, just giving an example. From there you started creating content when everybody told you, oh my goodness, blogging is over. You guys started vlogging, and I'm just giving an example. And from there, slowly but steadily, your income source increased. That's what I'm seeing. Like, you guys have been a very out of the box thinker. A lot of you probably, like earlier, people would usually think of the conventional careers, but these days people do a lot of unconventional things and do it really well. That is what I can see in you. The High Priestess, when in doubt, your first gut feeling can always be trusted. You know what people admire about you are your hunches and gut feelings. You're one of those people whose hunches are very strong. Your gut feelings, if your instincts are telling you to do something or not to do something, you usually listen. If your instinct is telling you that this is the thing, this is going to be the outcome, you tend to usually listen because you know probably that's the outcome that you're gonna face. So you are somebody, you know, probably have said something to somebody and people have laughed. Like, do this or else this thing might happen. You have said this and people have laughed. They did it anyways and then later faced the consequences and they were shocked. So people probably even come to you and ask about those things, like the instinctive things. And you are a very good predictor. The Hermit, there are some things that must be done on your own. You are a loner. A lot of you are very stoic, like you are a loner, like you are a lone wolf, stoic, observant, intelligent, somebody who prefers their alone time over anything else, because you know in that alone time you can get a lot of things done. That is one thing that really makes you tick. You know, it's your work. the work that you get to do when you are alone on your own, you prefer that. Probably you meditate, you prefer to spend a lot of time with your own self. That is like in today's hyper connected world, when everybody is so insecure, you being so secure about your own self, being just the way you are, people are flabbergasted. The magician, infinite potential. People literally feel that you are the alchemist of your own destiny. You remember, my dear pile number 3, you, the magician, has all the 4 elements of nature: air, water, earth, fire at their disposal, which they can use to create something awesome out of their life. And you guys have done exactly that in your life. You guys have manifested the life that you are living today from a place, you're coming from a place where you felt that you will probably, you didn't know how to get by. Like you are literally living from paycheck to paycheck. Literally, you were in so much emotional trauma and pain that you just didn't know how to come out of it. But today, from there, you guys have started walking at least. You guys were totally on your face, like literally had fallen on your face on the ground. Today, you guys have started walking at least. And you will run, you will fly. Give yourself that time, and people are admiring how far you have come. Literally, curiosity is a type of magic. Literally, I'm seeing a lot of you guys are extremely curious, like small kids. A lot of fool energy I'm getting, waiting to embrace the new, not afraid to embrace something new, something like adventurous. You have an adventure seeking attitude about yourself, which people love. Like you are not scared to embrace the new as well. Okay, 8 of Wands, light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. You're very motivated because, a lot of you probably feel that, I've lost a lot of my life's time. In our life, the time is limited, and you feel, a lot of you probably, that, I've lost a lot of time, so let me just, whatever time I'm left with, let me just live my life, do the things that are there on my wish list, and at least in my deathbed, I'll feel like I've done everything that I wanted to do. 9 of Wands, it would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. Literally, this is what I'm seeing. Like you are somebody who has a lot of courage. You have a lot of grit, a lot of courage. Like you are somebody who does not take defeat, who does not accept defeat easily. People respect you, admire you for the emotional strength in the face of severe adversity. You guys are one of those people who can stay extremely strong when the things are really difficult. You are one of those people who can stay very calm, composed, and you are one of those strategists, like great strategists, who knows exactly how to calmly navigate a difficult scenario. You know how to do that, how to calmly, quietly navigate. You are a very smart person. You quietly do your work. You are a person whom like people want to have on their own side and not to be on the opponent side. That's what I'm seeing. End of a tough cycle approach is absolutely Capricorn. For a lot of you guys have literally been through some massive tough situations, and what I'm seeing is that part is over. That part is over, and you guys have restarted. It might feel a little bit drab initially, a little bit of a chore initially, but you guys, if you assess your life 5 years from now, like 2 years from now, you could come back and read it. You guys will be feeling like, whoa, I've really come a long way. You already have come a long way, my dear pile number 3, and people are admiring you. A lot of you are Capricorns and Scorpios. I'm getting like you are like that, mountain goat. Even during the darkest of phases, you try to climb a little bit. That's what I'm saying. Intend and create. You are a fantastic manifester. You are like a magic manifester. For a lot of you, that is what I'm seeing. Like, people admire your manifestation capabilities. Pisces can be significant balance, spirituality and practicality. You guys are literally one of those people who are both spiritual, at the same time you're very pragmatic. You know how to balance, how to make a balance between the two. Cat. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others. You are a very self-dependent, self-reliant kind of a person. Somebody who is extremely self-reliant. Somebody who does not care. Like you do not need others. You are like the shoulder which others tend to cry on. Literally, that's what I'm seeing. Hawaiian owl, your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now. So pay close attention to signs and omens from them. Literally, people also admire the fact that you are somebody who is being protected by your ancestors. Your ancestors also tend to protect you, tend to guide you, and you guys are very divinely guided and divinely protected. People want to be with you because they feel that then they will also be protected. Grouse, express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. A lot of you are natural musicians or dancers. Maybe you play a few musical instruments really well. It's also probably a part of your spiritual practices. Some of us do chanting, some of us do meditation, some of us practice music, dance. So for a lot of you, your musical endeavor could be a part of your spirituality, an extension of your spirituality as well. Because you're very pragmatic. You are a very shrewd businessman for a lot of you, a very pragmatic person. At the same time, you are a very spiritual, very creative person as well. There is a very happy marriage happening between the two facets of your persona all at once. Escapist, come home to yourself. A lot of you tend to come across as I said, absent-minded genius who tend to escape the real world either through spirituality or through your academic endeavor. You tend to come across as very, erudite, very academically blessed, very intellectual, and people really admire your intellectual abilities. Let me tell you that as well. You can always rewrite your story. Literally, you guys have rewritten your story. I'm so sorry. You guys have rewritten your life story and people admire. We all admire people who came from nowhere and have achieved something in life. You deserve sugar and not salt. You know what? You have stopped letting people decide how to treat you. You decide how people can treat you. You don't let people treat you in a shabby manner and get away with it. That is something, that change in self-respect is something that people have started noticing and are admiring for that. All right, guys, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, guys, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Guys, your support would mean the world to me. So if you like my content, please support my channel. Thank you. Namaste.